Hey everyone. So I am going to go through number 11 and 14 on the chapter 7 review. So if you can get that out. So that's just two of the four total linear inequalities that you need to tackle. And tomorrow or even sometime this weekend, I plan to post two for the systems of linear inequalities. Okay, so let's do number 11. So the first thing I need to do is graph it. So I've got my b, or my y-intercept at -3. So on the y-axis, I put my first dot at -3. And then my m, or my slope, is -2 over 3. So negative means down, and then we always travel to the right. So from this point, I'm gonna go down to, forward 3. And then I know how to go backwards. I'll go up and then to the left, and up and to the left to make my straight line. So now I have to check and see if it's a solid or a dotted line. And it's that one with a line underneath or equal to. So I can go ahead and make a solid line. Use a ruler. Okay, so now I have to just decide on shading. So since it's less than or equal to, and since it's solved for y, that's really important, I'm just gonna say where y is less. So y is less below here. Y grows big, up, up, up. So I know to shade all down here. And we can double check that by testing a point. So I'm gonna test 0, 0. So for this one, 0, 0 should fail because it is not part of the region that I shaded. So let's test 0, 0. So 0 is less than or equal to -2/3, and then my x is 0, take away 3. 0 is less than or equal to, well, anything times 0 is 0, so 0 minus 3 is -3. Is 0 less than or equal to -3? No, 0 is bigger than any negative number, so this fails. So 0, 0 fails, it should not be shaded. So that's one of the ways you can check. But remember, we also have an answer key, so you can always look on the answer key. All right, let's do number 14. See, I think I can make it a little bigger. Okay, so this one is not nice, and it's not in y equals form yet. So some people will cover up zeros and find 2 points and make the line, but I always like to put that in y equals form. So the first thing I'll do is get the x to both sides. So minus x. So I've got -5y is greater than, and it's 0 minus x. Well, I always like my x term first, and 0 is just nothing. So I don't need to actually put anything there because it doesn't change my equation. All right, so now I need to undo that -5. So I am dividing by a -5, dividing by a negative number. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. What does that mean, folks? I've got to flip this. When you multiply or divide by a negative number, you flip the inequality. Okay, so those make 1. So 1y, or just y, is less than, a negative divided by negative is a positive. And remember, there's a little 1 right here, right? So I'm gonna write 1/5 x. So it's negative divided by negative is a positive, and that fraction is really 1/5 because there's always a 1 in front of my x. Okay, so I'm ready to graph. My b value this time is 0 because there's nothing over here. So 0, 0 is a point. And then how do I grow? So m is always in front of the x or multiplied by the x. So I'm going up rising and always to the right. So up 1 over 5. And then to go backwards, I go down and back. So negative, negative. Okay, so is my line dashed or solid? There's no line underneath. There's no or equal to. So it is just a boundary. So make your line dashed or dotted, however you want to call that. Okay. And now shading. So right here I've got y is less than. So I'm pretty, so I have to look at this because that's where y is alone and it's less than. So y is less than underneath where it goes down, down, down. And all the way through this. That's why you draw the line all the way through your graph. And we could test a point, but it's already been 6 minutes. And I'm sure you've got to text some people and help your parents with the chores and do 100 jumping jacks. All right, I miss you, and hopefully now you can do number 12 and number 13. Have a great day.